Hi guys, welcome to this video. You, the beautiful people, my friends. I hope you're all having an amazing day, noon, night, wherever it is in the world that you're watching from. Now, if you're new to my channel, every now and again I'll talk about the T4, the Volkswagen Transporter. And today it's story time with the T4. So interesting things have happened today. Now, the van was booked in to have the rear springs changed. So last time I took the van to the garage, it had quite a lot of work done to it. And as it was jacked up on the ramp, whatever they use, I had a look at the springs, and the chap mentioned that the springs were quite rusted. He said they're just old springs, but I noticed there wasn't any sort of spring to them. And the van is quite low. On the wheel arch, there's the gap is very small. You can't even get your foot underneath it. I mean, normally when you go up to a vehicle, you can step on the wheel to get up onto the roof. But I can't do that with the van because the gap is so small. So thought nothing of it. Got the van booked in, says, right, let's get the springs changed. And yeah, fine. Booked it in. They got the springs changed. And I went back to collect the van today. It normally takes me about 25 minutes to walk it to the garage. So dropped the van off, walked it back 25 minutes, got a call from them. Right, the van's ready. Went back to pick it up. The mechanic took me to the parking spot where the van was, and it looked amazing. It was raised so high. So what he's done is the torque bar on the front wheels, he's raised that as well, and the back of the van has been elevated. And there's quite a large gap now. You can see that it's made a huge difference. So he's told me to test drive the van, see if the springs lower slightly, and I might need to go back for him to lower the front. But we'll see how that goes. And as we were having a look at the van, he turns around to me and he says, "Your window's broken." And I said, "What?" So we had a little bit of a closer look, and the whole rear windscreen, the whole rear window of the van was like frosted glass. It was just cracked right the way across, and in the bottom left hand corner there was a small hole. Now, what had happened was I had parked the van, and where the van is parked there's a fence which goes right the way across, which is supported by steel poles and these concrete bollards on the floor, or these concrete blocks. Now, when he's gone to drive the van, the tow bar has got hooked onto the fence. The bar has come down, it's hit the window, and it's shattered. So I was like, oh, great. So they rang Auto Glass, and they're now arranging for a window replacement. So I walked it back. I left the van with them, walked it back another 25 minutes. And I was frustrated. I was annoyed. I was angry because it was the original window on the T4. But more annoyingly, I had paid to have the vehicle tinted inside. So there was rear tint on that window as well, and all of those nice stickers on the back of the van as well. Some of them were from places that you probably can't get those stickers anymore, like one-offs. But yeah, the screen's gone, so they've arranged to pay for it. They said, you know what, we'll pay for it. And I mean, I was annoyed because I was like, well, is it my fault? Is it their fault? but they've taken ownership of it. They're going to replace the screen, which is great. But as annoyed and angry as I was, once I had had the conversation with the lady from the garage, and they said that they were going to replace it, I started thinking about it, and I was like, maybe it's a good thing. It's going to be a clean slate. I can get some new stickers on the van. When I had painted the van, there was also some of the spray paint had gone onto the window as well. So yeah, I mean, there's pros and cons to everything, but hey ho, fun and games. So the van is there now at the garage. It's being kept there overnight because the window needs to be delivered. They have said that they're going to try and get a tinted glass window. Now, it's not going to be limousine tint, which is the grade of tint that was on the van. They said it might have a slight green colouring to it, but yeah, it's interesting. Life has a funny way of throwing challenges at you, and you can either be reactionary or you can just be calm and watch how things unfold. Now, I didn't react to that. I just thought about it, carried on, got back, and things worked themselves out. And I find a lot of times when things like this happen, they are stressful, and people do react and respond to things, and they're very reactionary towards things. Now, if you can just step back, take a look, take a few breaths, just be calm in certain situations, then things do ultimately work out, and sometimes work out for the better. But yeah, they've done a great job on the suspension, and the van looks awesome. So I'll do a little video once the van's back, so you can all see how high the van is now raised, and you'll also see a new screen. Sadly, no stickers on the van, but a new rear windscreen or windshield, or a new window. So that was the update for today. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing. Thanks to a big shout out to the new subscribers. You guys are awesome. And the existing subscribers, you guys are awesome too. Have a wonderful day, noon, night, wherever it is in the world you're watching from. And I'll see you soon.